What is up? It's your boy Johnny SHREVE, IFBB Promo, so tell like it is. Welcome back to the episode of Straight Talk with SHREVE. Today, guys, we're going over again my 3 overrated and underrated exercises. This time, guys, we're talking triceps. Guys, let's dive right into it. Number 1 on my list, and maybe you guys already guessed it, but it is definitely dumbbell kickbacks. Guys, the reason why this is on my list as number 1 is simply because of the limited range of motion, where there's not much of a load on the tricep effectively. This means for the significant portion of the movement, for most of it, basically from here to here, nothing's happening. That's when something happens. For that reason, maybe 30% of the movement has no tension on the tricep. So there are better movements that you can do that are gonna have tension on the tricep the entire time, from the bottom of the lift to the top of the lift. So that's why, guys, number 1, dumbbell kickbacks are overrated. Again, if you're stuck with dumbbells, do your best with what you have. If you're in a place that has more than just dumbbells, I would do something else instead. Maybe cable kickback. Try those instead. All right, guys, number 2 on my list is seated dumbbell overhead extensions. Yes, guys, the seated position with a dumbbell can be very awkward for most people. Again, when you're under stress, under load, your shoulders, and then when it's a dumbbell, it's in an awkward position where you're not as free to move and you're kind of doing one of these things. That reason, just from sheer range of motion, people's mobility issues, gotta be my number 2 on overrated moves to do. Again, if you're stuck with that movement, go ahead and do it. If you like it, go ahead and do it. But there are other moves we can do that are gonna be just as good or better. That won't put you in an awkward position, won't put stress in your shoulder in the position. And again, guys, the stress in your back as well too. If you're trying to load that movement, it's gonna be that much harder doing seated dumbbell overhead extensions. So guys, that is on my list as number 2 overrated tricep movements. Number 3 on that list, and I've seen most people do this, and for some reason they think they get better activation from it, guys, reverse cable tricep extensions is on my list for my number 3 overrated tricep movements. Guys, this grip can be uncomfortable. Again, when it comes to being supinated and then reverse, not that good. Now, again, to make it even more simple, you're not going to activate your tricep anymore by being reversed. Being in a supinated position and doing tricep extensions isn't gonna make the load that much greater, or it's not gonna isolate your tricep that much more at all. You'll get the exact same, but keep your hands in a pronated position, or even in a hammer position. Doing them in a reverse grip, thinking that you're gonna get more stimulus or muscle recruitment, I'm mistaken. Guys, again, reverse cable tricep extensions are number 3 on my overrated tricep movements. All right, guys, on my list for number 1 most underrated tricep exercise is close grip Smith machine press. Guys, this movement not only provides a fixed path of motion, which can be beneficial for, maintaining form, technique, time and attention, but it also allows you to go heavier. Press heavier, you can load it more, and then you can recuperate, you can recruit that much more muscle when it comes to this movement, because you can load it that much more, and you can make your sets that much more intense because you're in a machine that has a fixed path that allows you to be able to increase your intensity and increase the load to, again, recruit that much more muscle and stimulate muscle growth. All right, guys, number 2 on my list for most underrated tricep exercise is the seated easy bar overhead extensions. Now, there's a difference between doing seated dumbbell overhead extensions and seated easy bar extensions. Reason being is you're going to be in a better position with your arms and your hands. That much easier to do simple. Right? The easy bar can be more wrist friendly than the straight bar and then a dumbbell. Using it in an overhead position can effectively target the long head of the tricep, which can sometimes be neglected a lot. But again, when it comes down to it, we're in an overall better posture. We're in a better position in terms of mobility for the shoulder and hand positioning to recruit that much more muscle fibers. And you can load it that much easier without worrying about being in an awkward position where you feel kind of just jammed up. Think about it, guys. If I'm like this, or like this, or like this, just saying. Anyway, guys, for me, number 2 underrated tricep exercises is gonna be seated easy bar overhead extensions. Last but not least, most underrated tricep movements, tricep exercise is your basic ass cable pushdowns. Literally, you can just cancel this entire list and just say, hey man, just do 6 to 8 hard ass sets of basic ass cable tricep extensions. And you can do it with a rope, with the V bar, the straight bar. Regardless, you're doing exactly what the tricep was intended to do, which is just basically elbow extension. It's a staple exercise that sometimes gets overlooked because people want to do fancier variations of this most basic movement that's going to give you the most amount of muscle recruitment when you're trying to isolate your triceps. It provides constant tension due to the cables and allows for easy weight adjustments and drop sets, which can be beneficial for muscle growth. So guys, again, basic ass cable push downs. Now again, I'm gonna give you guys some sets and rep schemes to do for these underrated movements that you can add to your maybe your arm day or your push day. So let's do it like this. Let's do our close grip Smith machine press. Let's go a little heavier on this one. We're gonna do like 5 to 15 reps. We're gonna ride that thing down for a 3-second negative. We're gonna stretch at the bottom and we're gonna jack right back up and go right back down, guys. 5 to 15 reps, 3-second negative. Nice little stretch, nice little pause and stretch portion of the lift, putting right back up, resting 2 minutes until you're warm for those next 2 hard sets. Then guys, we're gonna get into seated easy bar overhead extensions. Still want a nice manageable weight that's going to exhaust the muscle. We're gonna take those for about 10 to 15 reps, 2-second negative. Nice stretch, make sure you stretch the back and jack right up. 10 to 15 reps, 2-second negative, resting 2 minutes, doing another 2 hard sets right after that. Then at the very end, guys, you're gonna do 2 double drop sets of your basic ass cable extensions. Use whatever handle you want to use, but we're going to basically do 15 to 20 reps. You can do 15 to 20 reps, constant tension. We're going to do controlled reps. As soon as you fail, you're going to drop that weight, do it again. Last but not least, guys, you're going to do 2 triple drop sets of basic ass cable extensions. Use whatever grip you want to use whatever handle you want to use a rope, V-bar, straight bar, whatever you want to choose. You're gonna do 2 triple drop sets, 15 to 20 reps. As soon as you finish, you're gonna drop on 10 to 15% of your load. You do it again, 2 sets of that, and you will have the most pumped triceps ever have in your life. I promise you that. Anyway, guys, give that a try. Let me know how it goes in the comment section below. And guys, make sure you got my ebook, The Final Diet, right now in the link in the description below to make sure that you are recovering properly through your nutrition. And guys, till next time, binge watch my videos. You guys know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.